There was a king hosting a party, and a young girl danced before him. By the way, I'm a Christian and a remote career creator. If you're just coming across my video for the first time, you're welcome. So let's dive in. A king was hosting a party, and a young girl danced before him, and the king, out of excitement, made a promise and swearing over his promise. So, by the way, let's read Matthew 11:11. Jesus was telling people that there is nobody born of a woman that was as great as John the Baptist. There is nobody born of a woman that was as great as John the Baptist. And now, King Herod was hosting a party, and then Herodias, his wife, the wife that he took from his brother, yes, Herodias' word was Herod's brother's wife. And King Herod took her from the brother, and she had a daughter with the brother. And there was a prophet then known as John the Baptist. So John the Baptist, being a bold, fearless, and upright prophet, he told the king, what you're doing is not right before God. You cannot use your authority and take what belongs to others. Stop what you're doing. And because he stood for the truth, the wife of the Herodias hated John the Baptist so much. She wanted to do away with him at all costs. But then King Herod was just doing his kingship thing, and this woman was the one firing every form of wickedness that he exhibited. So he later puts John the Baptist in the prison as requested by the woman to please her. Then there was a time this king was hosting a party, and the daughter of this woman, Herodias, came and danced so much, and the king was so pleased with her. And he now said, ask me of anything, I will give to you, even if it means giving you half of my kingdom. Being a little girl, she didn't know what to ask. She went to the mother and said, Mom, what can I ask of the king? And the mother told her, tell the king that you want the head of John the Baptist. And when they throw this question to when the girl returned with the request, the king was like, no, you can't ask for such things. Ask for something else. I can't do that. The mother said, tell him that is the only thing you want. Now, where the problem is that the king has sworn to give her whatever she asked for. All right. Now, my question is, why would a man recognized as the greatest of all men in the Bible die like that? That is where the power of oath comes in. The king made a rash promise out of lust, pride, emotion, and lack of wisdom. And it opened the door and gave legal access to manipulation. In the spirit realm, words are legal agreements. A careless vow invites spiritual warfare. Speaking without discernment makes you lose your authority. Many are bound by their own words. And many are under spiritual manipulations by their own words. Most of these words were not spoken by you. Even the careless words that your ancestors spoke out of wisdom, out of pride, or even out of how they were feeling as at the time they spoke the word, is still making impact in the now. How many families have come together to agree on saying the things that were spoken out of wisdom by their ancestors? A lot of us, we don't know how unwise our ancestors were. They were very, very unaware. They were very, very unwise with their decisions, their choices, and the words they were using. And trust me, these words are making impact even now in generations, and will continue to make impact even in the generations to come, unless these words were also taken back by the new generation. Now, let me tell you a story about my own family. There was a time, one December, we all came back and we had a meeting in our OB, like as an Igbo girl, we have OB. So we came together and they said about something that our forefathers said, that those days that my forefathers, they were very rich, but they didn't have plenty children. Like you will get married and your wife will be finding it difficult to get pregnant. But there was money, but children were not coming forth. Like it also showed that my dad's mom was not the first one. The first one didn't give birth early. They had to marry my dad's mom. So When this thing kept on happening, our forefathers came together and said, it cannot happen. Instead, they should take the money and give them children. Did you see how unwise they were? They didn't know that you can actually have money and children at the same time. Now, children everywhere, money. You understand what I'm saying? That is how powerful. We came back one December and we agreed on, we are going to unsay this thing they said because the money is no longer there. And it was given concern. There are so many young men there. And we agreed and we unsaid all the things. And do you know what we said? Let money come, let children come. Today, we unsay what they said and we are agreeing that we'll have children and we will be rich. That is the way to. When God was designing the earth, a time came, he said, let there be light. Why? Because darkness was already existing. So he called for light and light came. And he separated the light from darkness. Okay, imagine that God did not separate the light from darkness. That means light and darkness will be happening at the same time. But he separated the light from darkness. So in the day we have light, at night we have darkness. That is how wise God is. And that is how we should be as wise as God in making choices. You cannot say, you don't want this, give me this, take this one. Meanwhile, you know you need the both. Unless I God say, let darkness go, let light appear. That means there will be night. Are you guys understanding it? And these are the evidence of the power of words. Now, from the story of John the Baptist and King Herod, it's obvious that John was not killed by sword. He was killed by word. The enemy cannot destroy what God is protecting unless a human opens a legal door by his words. Psalms 18:21 says the power of life and death is in the tongue. Right? You have authority inside of you. Use it to speak life instead of death. Do not say things to get applaud or feel powerful. It is influenced by pride. Pride is a destroyer. Most of these things were said from a place of emotions, like overly excited, drunk, or to entertain people. Luke 4:13. Satan is waiting for opportune moments to lure you into making a generational mistake. A word spoken out of excitement brought about the death of a great prophet. Now, let me tell you the hardest truth. The enemy does not need to attack your destiny. He's only waiting for you to open your mouth unwisely.